Hi guys, and welcome to the second video about verbs. So in the previous video we have seen the different groups of the verbs. If you have not seen yet the video, so go and see it now because it is very important to understand this first to carry on with this video about present tense. So to understand how tenses work in French, I will take 3 verbs to explain. Let's take for example verb danser, which means to dance and which belongs to the first group. Verb finir, which means to finish and which belongs to the second group. And verb répondre, which means to answer and which belongs to the third group. So to use the verb danser in the present, we say je danse. Je danse. Tu danses. Tu danses. Il danse. Il danse. Elle danse. Elle danse. Nous dansons. Nous dansons. Vous dansez. Vous dansez. Il danse. Il danse. Elle danse. Elle danse. So, what do you notice here? We can see that to use the verb danser in the present, we kept the radical for all subject pronouns the same, and we added the ending of the present tense for each subject pronoun. So, rule number 1, to use verbs of the first group in the present, you should keep the radical of the verb, remove the er, and add instead the appropriate ending for each subject pronoun. And for the ending, it does not change. It is always the same for all verbs of the first group, which means that whenever you want to use the verbs of the first group in the present, you will have to add e at the end of the subject pronoun je, es at the end of the subject pronoun tu, e at the end of subject pronouns il and elle, o and s at the end of the subject pronoun nous, e, z at the end of the subject pronoun vous, e, n, t at the end of the subject pronouns il and elle. Now let's see verbs of the second group. We have the verb finir, so we say je finis, tu finis, il finit, elle finit, nous finissons, vous finissez, ils finissent, elles finissent. So here, same thing as per verbs of the first group. To use verbs of the second group in the present, we keep the radical of the verb. Here it is fin. We remove ir and replace it with the appropriate ending for each subject pronoun. So whenever you want to use a verb of the second group in the present, you gotta use this ending. is for the pronoun je, is for the subject pronoun tu, it for the subject pronouns il and elle, issons for the pronoun nous, iss for the pronoun vous, and issent for the pronouns il and elle. Now let's see how to use verbs of the third group in the present. So, for verb répondre, we say je réponds, tu réponds, il répond, elle répond. Nous répondons, vous répondez, ils répondent, elles répondent. So, for these verbs of the third group that ends up with re, they have as ending s for the subject pronoun je, s for the subject pronoun tu, d for the subject pronouns il and elle, ons for the subject pronoun nous, ez for the subject pronoun vous, and ent for the subject pronoun il and also elle. But pay attention. For the other verbs and exceptions that I talked about in the previous video, verbs are not used in the same manner and they don't keep their radical. Indeed, their radical completely changes. We're gonna see that in the exercises where we can break down each case apart. Okay? So this was all for this video. If you like it, hit the like button below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any video. See you next time.